Greetings everyone. In this presentation, I will show you my net zero energy house design. This presentation will include the following: a brief introduction to the house, the floor plans and their development, sections and elevations, a tour of the top and bottom floors, an overview of changes in the design, some design features for net zero energy, and construction details for the reverse, the near wall, and the green roof. All right, let's get started. Why does this house matter? Located in Fairy Meadow, Wollongong, and next to the kids' uni, as shown in the neighbourhood site plan, this house was designed to comfortably accommodate for any resident who wants to live in it. This house was designed with the aim of achieving a platinum LEED rating with a focus on accessibility and affordability, as it was designed for 3 uni students, one of whom is in a wheelchair. In this slide, you can see the development of the floor plan, from bubble diagrams to the final developed design. It also lists some of the key changes to the floor plan, wheelchair considerations, a balcony extension, and removal of a wall upstairs. This slide shows you some sections and elevations of the house, giving you a look inside the house from all angles. The elevation facing north also shows you the height of floors and compliance with the national building codes, with a ceiling height of 2.7 meters for each floor and a total building height of 8.5 meters. This slide gives you a tour of the bottom floor, highlighting some key wheelchair considerations. So includes some general considerations. This slide gives you a tour of the top floor of the house with a focus on the inspiration behind the design. The main goal of the top floor was to showcase the beauty of sustainable design. So I spent a lot of time altering the top floor to make it more aesthetically pleasing and more livable. The final design I came up with was to split the roof to be half green roof and half rooms and decking, with a long north-facing shade with solar tiles on top to capture as much solar energy as possible. This slide gives you an overview of some of the key changes to the house that have made it more sustainable. It gives you a look at what the house looks like in its schematic design stage compared to its developed design stage. It highlights some of the key changes for sustainability, such as the addition of passive solar windows on the roof, a green wall at the front of the building, some shading from the balcony, and ventilation windows. It also goes through some structural considerations, seasonal shading considerations, and further landscaping and habitat considerations. This slide goes through some of the further steps to achieve net zero energy, focusing on the passive solar design, giving you some perspective on what the house will look like in summer and winter. What you should focus on here is the shading, with this in the peak of summer, all of the windows have complete shade during the middle of the day to keep them cool. But during winter, at the middle of the day, all of the windows can receive ample sunlight. This slide also goes through some of the systems that will be used, thermal mass considerations, window sizes being large and double glazed. It goes through water tank storage and grey water. This slide goes through the construction materials. The exterior walls are reverse brick veneer, and this diagram shows the individual components of the walls. The table is used to calculate the R value of the wall, which came out as 3.8 in summer and 4 in winter. The green roof construction materials shows the weight and depth considerations that were taken into account for the green roof design and the different layers incorporated. Here is a breakdown of the LEED scoring system showing how the house is expected to achieve a platinum rating. Thank you for listening to my presentation.